to the Best Singers live reaction and watch party. This is episode 24. I can't believe we're on episode 24. It feels like I just started these episodes yesterday, but I hope you're all good. In these episodes, we basically dive into the singing techniques and the performances from the best singers around the world. And today we are featuring Angelina Jordan, which is why I'm sure you're all here. I'm super excited to be hanging out with you all, watch and discuss some of Angelina's performances with you. So how is everyone doing? Drop me a quick hi in the chat and let me know where you're from. My name is Collena. I'm from the UK. And I have over 14 years of experience as a vocal coach and a lot more experience as a singer. But I've always been fascinated by how singers can take a song and just through their unique vocal delivery really evoke those powerful emotions within us. I'm a total voice geek. I love learning about the anatomy, the physiology of the voice, the science behind singing, and I love breaking down singing techniques and performances. So that's why I'm here and that's why I do what I do. You may have noticed that I've swapped out my usual headphones recently, and that's because I've made the switch to Westone Mark 10s. So out with the old and in with the new. And let me tell you that the sound quality is just on a whole nother level. It's so crisp and it's so clear. It's like hearing my favorite tracks again for the first time. So I'm super excited to be collaborating with Westone and their products. Included in the box is the Westone Mark 10s, IAMs themselves, the in-ear monitors. Then there's a detachable cable, a high quality durable cable that connects the IAMs to your audio source. Then you have a variety of ear tips in different sizes and material, foam and silicone to really ensure that comfortable, secure fit in your ear. There's a carrying case, which I think is so cute. It's a protective case for when you're transporting your IAMs and the accessories. So whether you're a singer or a musician, or someone who just loves to hear their sound crisp and clear, then the Mark 10s IAMs are just an experience like no other. The sound quality is perfectly balanced from those clear highs to those smooth lows. The Mark 10s really let you experience music the way that it's meant to be heard. So use the link below and use the Voice Savvy 10 discount code to get 10% off. It's all below. So let's go and let's get into the video. I'm super excited, so I'm going to press play.
There ain't no gold in this river.
Beautiful.
That I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me in and go.
Gonna stop it. I like to discuss what is going on in certain sections of the song. So we're going to just come back and we're going to talk about that first verse. And then what we'll do is we'll actually come back and we'll listen to it again. But Angelina, she's starting with those beautiful soft onsets. They're very smooth. And you know what I really love about Angelina's voice? Because I did a reaction and analysis to one of her songs, the Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it was from her, one of these competitions that she was in. I can't remember which one. But I just love the huskiness in her voice. Doesn't she have this like amazing huskiness in her voice? And then also she has raspiness in her voice as well. But I love that huskiness in her voice and how it brings in a lot of texture and just a lot of depth into her performances. But let me see if anybody else is sharing their thoughts on what we've just heard. I think April. Hey, April. Bad Valentine and Princess of Ruins. I guess those are Angelina Jordan's songs that I need to check out. Tadesis is saying many angels flew out to see Angelina Jordan's concert. Troy is saying this is just a day or two after Adele released it. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Troy is saying breathy. Yeah, I love that breathy husky quality that she has in her voice. Alan is saying very nice tone. She has a beautiful tone. Coma is saying she has a very mature voice. I know when I heard her perform that Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm not too sure how old she was, but obviously she was a lot younger than this. And I just was amazed by how mature her voice sounded. It almost sounded like that it was there's an old soul within her performing, isn't it? Yeah, she's pretty amazing. Okay, let's come back. And we'll listen to that verse again.
There ain't no gold in this river. There I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel
beautiful.
The world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Beautiful, absolutely stunning. I'm loving her rendition of the song. Her fluidity through her vocal registers is amazing. And yeah, I know I just talked about it, but that husky quality in her voice, I love it. And the way that she produces it is by slightly allowing her vocal cords to come apart, and she lets more air pass through. And then she has these raspy moments that really occur, and that's when there's a little bit more of that friction to the vocal cords, and it almost like gives her voice a bit of that rougher texture, you know. But yeah, beautiful. I love the combination of both husky and raspy and breathy. It's beautiful. I love how she uses those soft onsets. But so far, the emotional delivery, it's been very heartfelt, very reflective, and her breathy tone is helping us kind of get that, you know. So yeah, beautiful. What else did I want to talk about? There was something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, Joshua was saying her breath control is out of this world. Her breath control is amazing. And you know, your breath control has to be a whole lot better when it comes to singing in a breathy manner as well. It's actually a lot harder to sing like that. So what I wanted to mention, let me just come back a little bit, because she does this little kind of like flip technique on easy. All right. Yeah, there. So that, do you hear that little flip that she does? I love it. Like she's shifting from like a balanced onset into more of that lighter area falsetto. And it's beautiful for creating that kind of vulnerable tone, you know? And then after the flip, she returns to more of that grounded, balanced onset on Me Baby. And yeah, I just love it. It's like she's re-engaging her vocal cords for that smooth, balanced sound. But yeah, I love the back and forth between the lightness and the control. It really highlights her ability to shift that emotional intensity mid-phrase. But yeah, amazing. All right, I'm going to carry on. Nice.
I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Beautiful, beautiful tone. Woo!
There ain't no we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can deny how hard I've tried. I changed who I was to put you both first. Now I give up.
Beautiful. So we can see she comes in, that's into the second verse. And she obviously has more of a stronger onset as she's building the song. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. Let me see in the chat. So Coma is saying, is she 20? Yeah, please, can someone tell me her age? Let me know Angelina's age right now. She's just 18. Okay. Wow. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, Robert. Thanks, Robert. All right, we're going to carry on.
And go easy on me, baby. I was still a child. Didn't get to change you.
Ooh, I love that.
Feel the world around me.
So much fluidity.
And no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Nice.
On me. I had good intentions in the highest hopes, but I know right now.
Oh my goodness. That was power then. Did you hear, like, in her voice, you can 100% hear that pharyngeal resonance, and then you can hear the twang. Yeah, it's powerful. It really adds that strength and power to the voice. It really adds that raw emotion, you know? Yeah, that raw emotional edge. But when she just came in there with the bridge section, let me just come back again. Beautiful, soft tone there.
Good intentions in the highest hopes, but I know right now
You can hear the twang.
it probably doesn't need that shout.
Beautiful. Falsetto.
Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child.
Beautiful.
I didn't get the chance to.
So I don't know if you've noticed the difference between this chorus and then the other choruses. In this one, she literally goes into the easy with more of a connected sound. She's in mixed voice and it's more connected. Whereas on the others, she kind of flipped her vocal register. She went into that light kind of airy falsetto. But this one, she comes in, she's got a little bit more power, more connected in terms of her vocal cord closure. Let me come back.
Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child. I didn't get the chance to feel the world
Beautiful.
around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay. Amazing. Let's talk about it, everyone. Let's talk about it. So in terms of her technique, just to kind of summarize it all up, we had that soft, controlled vocal onset, which is amazing for creating that kind of reflective mood. Then we have the neutral larynx positioning, which I didn't really talk about too much. I forget about certain things when I'm doing these lives. But that really brings that kind of relaxed warmth sound into her voice, and especially on those low notes, the husky tones, the breathy textured sound that she delivers. Yeah, beautiful for that intimacy and vulnerability. The raspy moments, the occasional kind of roughness in her voice that adds that emotional intensity. And especially in those powerful sections. She uses slight vowel modifications, like rounding her vowels to keep her throat open and relaxed as she's singing, especially on more of the powerful notes. And then the pharyngeal resonance, which I spoke about, I really pointed that part out, where you can hear the pharyngeal resonance and you can hear the twang, and that adds that brightness and that clarity, which helps her voice just cut through the instrumentation, you know. So yeah, and a little bit of sob and a little bit of cry. Oh gosh, this girl's got so many techniques that she uses. She's got so many techniques that she's using. There's so many to think about and remember. Okay, let me stop waffling. But yeah, amazing. I'm going to be going live again in 15 minutes with Gabriel Enrique. But I don't know if any of you are singers. If you're a singer, then download the Voice Savvy app, which is available on the App Store and Google Play. And I have vocal training on there. I also have a course on there which is called Become a Pro Singer. So if you're a singer and you want to kind of develop your voice and you want to learn techniques so that you're able to deliver and perform songs in the most amazing way, then download the app. It's on the screen. The code is on there. It's just you can just scan it, the QR code. And also you can follow us as well, because we are on TikTok. We're on TikTok. And we are on Instagram, and it's on the screen. So if you want kind of daily posts, you want to catch up more, then you can follow us on there as well. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for joining. Joshua, thank you for joining. Alan, thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Robert, Troy, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you all again soon. Okay, Jeff, thank you so much for joining. Take care everyone, much love and peace. Mwah. Out. Bye, Cobra. Bye everyone.